Hi guys, so another little quick one while I'm in between videos. So we've got this Baofeng UV-68P-M, 68 Pro Max, apparently. That's what that stands for. Now, I've had this radio a while. I got it off Temu some time ago to have a look at. I did hit one snag, and that was programming this thing with Chirp. I have a programming cable for a Motorola GP340EX. Well, it'll work with any Motorola GP340s. That didn't work with this, and then I discovered why, because it's wired slightly different to what this radio is expecting, although this radio uses what's basically a knockoff of that Motorola connector. But all was not lost. All I had to do was work out the pinout and solder some wires on, and you can see where the solder's been. So I just soldered wires straight onto this connector. So I'll bring this down close to the camera so you can see it a bit better. So we've got the connector here, and the 3 solder pads in question. So the one on the top left, that's the ground. The one next to that's TX, and the one at the bottom is RX, as in transmit data, receive data, from the programming cable. As I had a broken PL2303 based programming cable for UV5Rs and everything else with the Kenwood-type connector on it, one of the pins on that end, on the Kenwood-type connector end, had actually broke, so I just cut that end off. I just soldered the wires straight onto this, plugged it into the computer, and Chirp recognised it straight away. So there is a way around this if you're feeling a bit brave with a soldering iron, and can work the pin out again. So that's ground, TX, and RX. Now on the cable I had, it was a red wire to ground, yellow wire to TX, and a black wire to RX. It might be different in your cable, depends on the cable, but don't buy a cable just to cut the end off. Get a proper programming cable if you can. I did that because I needed to get out of a bit of a sticky spot because this radio really was desperate to be programmed. But it's all programmed and all working as it should be. So I've got all my repeaters programmed in there, and PMR 446 channels and 2 meters and 70 centimeter simplex channels all in there. So took me a little bit of finding, but I managed to find something that suggested what the pinout would be. I tried it and it worked fine. So that radio is programmed up, and part of the reason why I'm going through radios to program them, make sure they're all okay, is because the radio club's having a bring your rig in for testing kind of night, and I'm trying to go through radios that I might want to take. I've already got 2 lined up already over here. I'll show you those. That's my 2 Motorola GM350s, and was thinking taking the Quansheng TK11 as well, maybe this one, but I'm not sure whether I will be taking that one yet. I'm still going through the radios, but I'm definitely taking the Quansheng TK11 because that's definitely quite an unusual radio. I think I'm the only one at the club that has one of them. So there you go. Anyway, I hope that was of some kind of use. And like I say, if you feel confident with a soldering iron and you have a broken cable, just cut the end off it and solder it to that, and then it should program with Chirp, which it seemed to do fine for me, because Chirp is the way I normally program these Baofengs. Anyway, 7-3 for now, and I'll catch you in the next one.